BBL full of talent.
Definitely. Recon dart back online at possibly the perfect moment.
That's a great time for it. Yeah, the knife is going to get its suppress going, moving forwards through the cloud burst, and that's going to be spotted. Beautiful little reveal there. And a lovely flash on top of it through the back still. It's going to be just the 2 for 2. Kusha into the back of the site. Trying to lay claim. Take out a couple of these players, but RB left standing. 140 health now. Has spotted just the one player with a spot. Not in a great spot. Flick of the wrist. You got to be joking.
They must do.
I see this comp, and it just gives me flashbacks to PaperX playing it on Bind, you know, something similar at least.
Well,
where
the PaperX Yoru on Bind was very aggressive, very in your face, always forced you to react to it. I think that Pearl might be too big of a map to be able to run that kind of style. But I
down, wall dropped as well, very similar to the prior round, the same play being made, dash across. Buzz is, you know, deep within the site, but it is being covered again into the back of the side. The BBL players more than ready to hand it to them, but Mako, what is that? From the jaws of defeat, just pulls out two.
Came through. They realize that B is just completely open and that they can go back here. And this almost looks like a save round for BBL, but I think they'll give it a good college try. See if they can find a pick early on. But otherwise, it would be devastating to lose both of these rifles.
How do they want to play this one? Mako is close onto this corner. It's all about how you clear it. And that's a good covering fire. RB swings at the precise moment to set up that crossfire. Not giving any easy targets still. Players are low enough, but a pre-fire is going to reveal the positioning in the foot.
That's going to be interesting if they try that in the gun rounds as well. Wow. But the crossfires and the better weapons here are just going to be way too easy for DRX to clean up.
Yeah, very fast reactions from Buzz to be able to dodge that flash coming through. Dart on the other has to back away, and the pincer maneuver right there. Brave just cannot withstand it. Bit of a sour blind there by Kushner, but still claims the kill, not before being traded out, and the spike will go down without too much trouble.
A 3-player retake here, and Stax' position given away, brings it into a 3v3.
Yeah, ball going up now. They want to be playing this one quite quickly. Bit of a tap of the spike, trying to force good fights out of it. Again, winning a couple of them still. Just down to the one player though. Suchni, and he's given a one angle, down to that 1v1. RB holding his ground, a quick tap once more, trying to force the fight.
This is so hard.
Information gathered, information gained. RB must just be able to see that he's not on it, and wow, just waiting for the star to come online. Not winnable. Time has to be played, happens down. They've probably got a few more pieces to work with as well. Mako up close and personal. Spraying all over the bloody place. With the Phantom, quick tap. Really not much
to be used until late. RB's going to be in the perfect position for them to drop the pit and come from an unexpected angle. There's so many layers to this, and it's so difficult for BBL to deal with it on the fly.
We see the lockdown being used with Zest going down. Are we going to have any other answers for it? And taking point draft as well to see if they can catch it onto any sort of player. Right around the corner, that's Kushner. He's making all sorts of plays. The gate crash around the side. And he's dealt with, but too little too late, honestly. 2 kills found for him.
Great kill as well from Suchni.
Beautiful.
To shut down.
Zest is it back and just walks into the line of sight angle.
Vandal diff.
Yeah. Finding the target, still Kushner TPing back. Stax is there to try and take up a bit of this space onto the site. Another pop flash play. And you're seeing this guy just rip off heads. Unreal form by Kushner.
And the breach ult used in the 2v1. RB is not allowed to get a sniff, not a crumb.
Now 1v2, no time remaining. And all Turco has to do is swing off the contact of Kushner. Should make it nice and easy.
Everybody, all 5 players.
And they're watching it, they are. A bit of a pre-fire, do they anticipate it? They do!
Where's the traders?
Just falling, not quite a trade, but Buzz eventually is there. He's like, all right guys, I'll take care of him, no problems. Kushner wondering exactly how he should be playing this one.
But he will not expect everyone to be offside. You know, he still has to clear these areas, fake the gate crash.
Time is running so low. A flash, I think, for his own, or Stax is just finding his face, and yeah, not quite.
Spamming into this pit. Can anyone stop Stax again?
That's what it's going to come down to, isn't it? A bit of a random spam. They found the one target that matters. Mako falls, and so does the pit. Any sort of hopes of potentially using that as coverage, it's all down to Buzz, isn't it, at the back to try and buy time and hold on.
That was a comical double take.
BBL need to clear Buzz out of this angle. RB. Big weight on his shoulders to try and bail him out. Tap onto the spike. Do they know nobody's on this one now? Just just biding their time back and forth. The dash as well into safety.
So horrible for Turco. He's just been played with.
Yeah, just nigh impossible to win. Such a hard one to win because Stax, look at this. He's got the heaven position held. The crossfire, RB playing close to the site. They know his position now, and a bit of util will finish it off. X not really biting. In fact, Stax going for a very fast play. It's a pop flash out of the smoke, one after the other. The crossfire connects with RB. Down to just 2 players left standing. A bit of run and gun in action, but ultimately, it's absolute masterclass team that is DRX. Obviously, the series not over by any stretch of the imagination, but definitely a rough one as far as first.
But there's a long time before this BBL team has to, you know, compete in the EMEA VCT. So it's about going. Want to give better rifles to them. I know you can't really call that in the moment. You've got to believe in yourself, but this is gonna be a disaster for BBL here.
Yeah. Brave spotted out, a bit of tag there, 9 health. Left alone. Has the most to do, and just as he runs out of bullets,
this by DRX at the beginning of tournaments. They just always come in so incredibly hot. And yeah, look at that. Full blind. Absolutely full blind from Buzz. And still getting the kill. Yeah. And Kushner was not happy about that one.
For the rest of his team now. Later lurk through, lovely flash. Buzz does get taken care of, but time is running low now. 12 seconds remaining. And a must-win round for them to stay in the map. Aslan holding down one of the angles. 5 seconds remaining, down to that 1v1. And the pull, surely this is not the way it ends. Out in the open, and the wide swing from RB will finalize it. This is something that they are known for. It's a nice hit, all of them running straight into the site. The flash into the back of it, RB forced out of position. The angles are being watched for, but a spam through the wall still. Stax wanted to try and take these fights.
No way.
You cannot give him 3 kills here.
How has he just brought this back into a 2v2? That's absurd. I was all ready to big up how BBL had played that.
Yeah, and just like that, the damage is done, but
you can't lose this one, Brennan. It'd be a heartbreaker.
Yeah, you certainly can't. Enough damage onto Stax that is weak. Maybe obviously not taking contact there into the turret, pretty smart, heads up, just in case it did bring him down. A bit of a crossfire being played on top of Jenny. Does Brave even know he's up here? And is it going to be the ace to finish? Not quite, denied. It's a lot of 5 hits all the way through, just trying to take those good fights. That's disgusting. Shorty up in the air, apparently still accurate, and he does claim the kill. He cannot be getting another one, and they do eventually finally get rid of him.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
That was an absolute nuisance, but Stax has been just that much more annoying. There. Layers of that util being dropped down now, just making it that much more difficult for them. Dropping onto the site needs to be a trade, and Brave is there, but eventually these anchoring players dealt with.
Great work from BBL getting into the site like that. They paused for a moment.
Fast?
I don't think you can play this fast against the lockdown. Surely not.
Pop flash play. Mako has to respect it. He's backing away.
And Mako has literally 1 HP.
Difficult task, isn't it?
Oh, that smoke is not so great for Brave.
But weapon. Never know when they might just pull out one of those miracles, but just down to Zest. Honestly, more than an impossible task, as long as BBL just don't give anything up. Turret to take contact. You can just see a bit of a double swing potentially off of that. You can see it. Brave wants to take the fight and have to respect it. Look at Kushner, he's not wasting any time. Up in the air. And there it is. Clay Pigeon shooting. A nasty shot to hit. The ult into the back of the site. That is with the spike, but cleared back. A reset of the aim. Zest. An absolute demonic performance.
Really in a position to use his Sova ult to deny the plan. So this is just going to be a bit of a straight up retake. Turco can't use his flashes here. He's just kind of stuck.
Yeah, Haunt over the top. Even a dart up close. Sneer trying to go through with the jumping classic right click. Fortunately, a couple of patches too far ahead for that one to really play out how he was hoping. And now,
you can't see a thing.
Horrible position for Turco.
Not planning for him.
Yeah.
Simple
Not even
impossibility.
An opportunity.
It's way quicker than DRX can expect.
Yeah, absolutely all the way through. Already into tree. But what is that? The return of fire from Buzz, that had to be just seconds away.
Oh, that is filth. But again, Soshni leading his team really quick, pivoting into a B split, but they don't control B main.
Yeah, if you have to control this area, you have to at least anticipate it, and Zest still alive, backing him up, trying to play with the rest of his team, the swings, the crossfires, despite the smoke, pushing their way through, and with the spike drop down, it leaves Aslan in a very, very unfortunate scenario.
Another 1v3 that doesn't really seem winnable. Mako coming up behind. Can Aslan make magic?
He's found the first one, but just encroaching. Flash has to back away. Now you're seeing ults being committed, but both players are so low, and all it will take is the spray down. Flash play over and through. Now only a few seconds remaining, and it's pure instinct. Buzz takes the timing. He takes the shot. Holding up close. Right around the corner, a little bit labored there from Zest, but ultimately, it's just two players now of BBL with time running this low.
10 seconds left.
Does not look ideal.
Doing well, they actually created a lot of pressure in mid. I think from a theoretical point of view, that makes a lot of sense because DRX aren't running a Sentinel in their comp. You know, they can't just leave a trip. I think the more you can bully mid against DRX's comp, you should be able to get more value out of it. But the difference between theory and practice is everything when you...
It's an amazing timing, but they still want to be committing into this one. It's going to be the swing through. Players ready and waiting. A pull inside the smoke. Just pushes them back. And all it takes is that rifle spam. It's Nightfall scattered across the Hunter's Fury to try and get them into the site, but the damage is done. And a wall to split them back up. Mako anchoring in position. Util flying this way, that way, holding the wall, making sure that no one can really step over that line.
Brent Mako is not human. That, and he's not going to get punished by doing that.
Seen the one, but it doesn't do enough really to drive too many rotations. Still, that's what we wanted to see from him. Kushner taking one after the other. A couple of scalps to his name, and the cleanup is there as Aslan's going to get one at a time, but good information gained early just from that one, and look at that. Useful enough to make what should be a nice and easy round. Put a bow on it, please. There you go.
Tell you what,
Just
Kushner getting this kill would have been... Kushner getting that kill where the push is.
Exactly, and 4 players from BBL already and waiting for this one, and look at that. Need to cut it up. Buzz does still get the damage done, still gets the kill. Eventually dealt with easily enough, and no one able to shut down that dart. Lights up the target. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Oh, this could just be mowing them down.
Beautiful timing. And yeah, with only a couple of seconds left remaining, Zest. This will be a lovely prize if he can get his way out of here. But no, won't escape the clutches there of BBL. Going to be dashing in now.
Turco is on an island.
Yeah, this is a lovely bit of util to try and push back anyone who might be helping Turco, but the back of the site buys enough time at the end of the day to try and deal with it. Bit of a play as he pushes back through. Turco still alive and brave with the TP into the back of the site now. Could provide much needed backup.
What a paranoia.
Yeah, catches onto Stacks, but pushes down right around the side. What is that? The Prowler in his hands, and still he finds the target. And timing being taken, Aslan tries to make a play, pushing out of the one side of the smoke. He's left it just up to Kushner, running around just trying to get better weaponry for this retake. He knows it's still winnable now. The Odin is in his hands. Not exactly the weapon for the job. A bit of spam down through the wall. Weapon for the job.
Oh
And
no!
still DRX are just plucking apart.
It crumbles again!
Yeah, BBL looking for it, but they just swing into it. Dodge there, the flash. This is DRX's answer to things with the knives in hand. Anything could be possible with this one. BBL players have to remain cool, calm, and collected, and they are able to at least lock that one down. What a shot by Brave.
IGL, you can see his mouth going there, calling the rest of the players over. What is that alarm ball time? It's perfect.
Oh,
the
he
Nano
just
Swarm,
doesn't
sorry.
expect it, yeah. Nano Swarm finding Stacks, forcing him to really just run with his knife out, and now they know. Spike falling, all down to Buzz.
What a round. What?
Quite unusual. They did manage to push Buzz into a deeper position. Horn not being dealt with.
Wow.
What is that? Just spotting the target, the smoke in the way, and easily done. Easy cleanup. 3 kills for Q.
Following the utility with this comp.
What is the answer going to be? Nightfall and the Astra Wall. Cosmic Divide to try and split it up. And all that, look at that, just spamming through the wall to try and punish Buzz. But a nade just being dropped down. Actually trying to catch that timing. Both players now have to anchor into the back. Being dropped down, you have to bide your time, and bide the time they will, but still RB answers back. And DRX, just like that, over in the door closing, denies the kill. Still running their way up through. Jenny, RB, how do you get that one?
3v3.
Spam. Suchny feels like a bit of an overheat.
No way!
How are they not claiming these kills? The refight and the spam and the spray down, all down to Stacks. Swarmed from every approach, every angle, and BBL.
In, and Brave will realize.
Dash enabled, off to the side, and it cuts up the crosshair placement enough.
Whoa, that was
Incredibly
sticky.
laboured, yeah. Really difficult for them. A TP into the back of the site and a bit of run and gun on top. But it does leave it just down to Aslan.
And that is a gutting way for BBL to begin, because so much of how they won on Ascent was powered by winning the pistol round, right? They won pistol follow-up on round 1 and on round 13. And more so than just that, the Brave and Turco duo on Ascent was fantastic. And they're the duo that just fumbled a little bit there in terms of the garage hold. But it was a hard one to deal with. So that's the pistol round going the way. But this is going to be a very tough retake. BBL are anticipating winning this round, but no recon dart. Turco's got to provide all of the utility.
Whoa! This is absolute chaos now, but he's dropped himself down, is dealt with.
No one else on his team was ready to go, though.
Yeah, I felt like it was odd. It was just holding in that position, but...
Was that a misclick? Did he fall?
They're just weaving in and out, back and forth. Plant's going to go down without too many issues, especially as the smokes start to dissipate.
And DRX have just gone for such a simple approach to this round, keeping it safe,
Yeah.
and showcasing one of them.
Douse, just for the moment, now to defuse. Being stuck half on it already, it's up to RB to see if he can deny. One after the other! There's no shot. Spotted. And it's a beautiful dart timing. Just Cest ready for it as well. Small piece of utility to push back any sort of approach that BBL might try and come up with, and crumbling to pieces. All the 3 bursts, eventually enough to break it. They did end up losing Brave in the process. This reflank timing is everything. Kushner trying to take an easy fight, but it won't be awarded to him. It won't be in the slightest.
I'm not there in the comms with them, and frankly, if I was, I couldn't understand Turkish anyway.
Not that talented.
No, uncultured and untalented, actually. But
On playing those post-plant positions. Lovely stun, but Buzz does offset it. Tries to play in the smoke there, gets his head taken off once more. Lovely pop flash play, and
wealth to work with, though. So DRX can definitely commit to this one.
take these fights. Inside the smoke, a bit of spam just to try and break it up. RB, can he pull off the impossible once more? One found, but luckily the coverage is there, and finally BBL. Yes, the lockdown has put a dampener on it. So they still want to commit this now. Yeah, well, that's RB. Where did he find that one? Ult popped off to the side. The Astral Wall was laid down with a Cosmic Divide, but it does little to stop again. DRX just barreling their way through onto the site.
Wow, so important that the lockdown was broken there. You could hear them communicating it. And this is now really tough. Kushner's got to deliver the goods.
And timing is everything. There's a dart into the back. He knows where one of them is remaining. It's Mako still locking it down, and down to Suchny. The attacking lockdown, he can't quite find it. There's no angle in sight from to plays like that. We're seeing it. Fast take now towards A. I Swarm at his feet, but Buzz again just disrespecting it. Glimmers and echoes of it. You can see attempts are there. There was an updraft from Kushner as well, but the players dropping still one after the other. Even a shorty just running at them. And what can Brave do? Tries to pick up a bit of an upgrade, but god damn these shock darts. Just the comfort zone for them. Trying to play inside the cloud burst. Brave. He survives for now, but not much longer. The Hunter's Fury is used to just try and clear the way.
Oh, no way.
2
did Zest
kills.
also get Aslan. There's no way.
Suchny, this is the desperation. Final round, might as well use them. The ultimate's one after the other. Doesn't get too much done. The aftershock pushing into the corner, into the angle. On the flank, Kushner. Let's get the 1 kill, but down to that 2v3.
Last player standing.
How can they make this happen? 45 seconds left, and not wasting too much time. That's a Nana Swarm drop down. What an opening. Okay. Kushner really fighting hard for that one, just running his way right down, and now to squeeze that one player that was Mako holding into short, cleaned up momentarily. Faster play to still. Stacks tries to drop down to catch a cheeky time.
Be tucked.
Aslan is watching just that one extremity.
Last player standing.
I don't think Zest is going to be able to win the 1v5 with the Classic, though.
Yeah, seems unlikely. He's making it look like a bit more than a classic.
More players over towards A and hitting the weak side of the map.
Well, here we go. Hit coming through, dart into the back. Dash forwards, but not enough spam damage. And look at the absolute mountain of utility. Mako is so uncomfortable, but Abi returning fire. Left down to Aslan. Position is not quite known just yet, but looks like Mako is relatively aware. Contested plans. Buzz with the knife, still looking to contest, and then you see that Turkish confidence coming through once more with the gunplay. Unwavering faith in their teammates, able to just solidly clean up the remaining members there of DRX.
Yeah, and despite the fact that DRX had some dangerous weaponry, the operator, Buzz with his knives, you know, it was still a half buy, but it had a lot of power behind it. BBL is left completely open right now.
A whole lot of utility being used, including their own breach ult, which catches onto the side of Fuchsia. The guy is being rattled around the back of the site like no one's business. Now the swarm dropped into just the corner of it, pushes him into an unfavorable angle, and he is dealt with enough. But BBL with the rifle still swinging through. Stacks might have just put an end to it. Weaving his way into the site, and it's all down to Brave. In just a blink of an eye, it all comes down to this. He finds the one target. Little smoke drop down. Consumes it to give him the sightline angle, but Buzz will be